I'm not supposed to be here. Community college kid. I started at a 4-year university, went to community college, transferred to another 4-year university, graduated from Michigan State University. I came here from Lansing, Michigan, and I truly am a product of my ancestors and my environment. I know from struggles and from life and from mistakes that I made that no matter what I did, once you're at the bottom, the only way to go is up. Once you're starting at ground one, so the only way you can go is up, or you can stay the same. And the only difference between a man that stays at the bottom, or that is at the bottom, and a man that's on his way up, is the choice in his direction, the choice that he chooses to go. The choice and the direction that he chooses to go is the direction that he chooses to go. I am proud of all the graduates here in front of me, but I'm more proud of the people in the back row, because those are the ones who are truly successful today. When I say the choice and the direction a person chooses to go, and it keeps them at the bottom and takes them to the top, sadly, in that directional choice is added just a factor of dumb luck. Who God told, the people who God put in your life to be around you, because we didn't choose them, and I don't think we would choose the best ones even if we could choose them. Because man sees outward appearance, God sees the heart, sees the inside. And so God chooses these people, puts us in this environment, in this situation, and sometimes, it doesn't work out. It's chance. A lot of people call it chance. I believe God has a plan, maybe just because I'm biased. It worked out for me, and it's working out for me. But sometimes, like I said, it's dumb luck, and I had people around me, and Malcolm X spoke on this in an interview one time and said, he traveled the world and seen different societies and different cultures, and the ones that were most advanced were the ones where women encouraged education. I was blessed to have a mother who encouraged education in my household, and who accepted me and wanted me, and was doing the right things. It wasn't hooked on drugs, or wasn't doing a lot of different things and abandoning and neglecting their children, like many people in the environment that we were in. I was blessed and fortunate to come to Lansing, Michigan, and have my grandmother, be that force in my life, that motherly force in my life. I was blessed and fortunate to have, and after I graduated from Michigan State, I was blessed to come to this environment where it's a lot of strong women in this environment that keep this thing going. Although the dean is a man and a male, there's many strong women that run this and that are graduating here today before y'all. But the people in the back, truly successful, because you've not only learned from your mistakes and directions you've taken, but then there's two big things in life that I've talked to people who may be billionaires, talked to people who are far from it, who are homeless, and people who have nothing, no property, etc. And the two big things is, because whatever you have, you can't take it with you. And people start to understand that at a certain point. So the only thing you can do is you can leave it behind to the ones you love, or you can spend it all while you're here. Talked to a man, and I asked him, what is this all about? I'm just starting law school. I'm just graduating from Michigan State. You are at the other side of the spectrum. I'm looking through a telescope, and you're at the other side looking at me. You are where I want to be. What did you learn? And he said, life is about helping others. He told me a story about a man in Africa who was 19 years old. I cannot use the words that he used that were used in this man's community to describe him. This man cannot read or write. He's 19 years old. The man I was talking to brought this man, Bushman, into the company. He put him through different modules, and the man did all the modules, taught him how to read and write, put him through these modules. And then he taught him different levels of the company. And at each level, the man mastered each level. And it was probably, he told me that he had hired the man 30 or 40 years ago. The man mastered these levels. And he said 2 years ago, I called him. He mastered the levels until he became a manager. Then he kept moving up. He said 2 years ago, I called the man, and the only thing he was worried about was whether to send his children to college in America, or in the United States, or in Europe. I thought, wow. He's telling me this. He has the world, and he's telling me the best thing is to give to others. This idea is something that had been preached to me throughout my life. By my grandfather and by many others, but my grandfather was a bishop, and he would tell, towards the end of his life, he would tell a story, 2 stories concurrently. One was a man at Tuskegee Institute who was struggling to get good grades or get the grades that he wanted in his classes, and he reached out to a professor. And the professor helped him and mentored him, tutored him, showed him the right things to do, and the young man began to get his grades up. And the other story that ran concurrent with it is he went to basically my cousin's graduation at Michigan State. She graduated from medical school. And the speaker at the ceremony, at the graduation, said, "No one is here by themselves. Everyone has had someone help them get to this point." And then he would finish off the story of the Tuskegee Airmen, Tuskegee Institute student. And after he graduated, he came back to find the professor, and he told the professor, "Hey, sir, I want to pay you. What can I do?" And the professor told him, simply, pay it forward. The idea when telling that story, maybe introduce the graduation first, and then close with the graduation, and then tell the Tuskegee Institute story in between. The man said, pay it forward, and that's all we can do in life. You're here for but a blink. The Bible says in Psalms 90:12, I believe, and I'm just bringing it out the top of my head, I didn't write it down, that we spend our days as a tale that is told. My grandfather used to say, like a Shakespearean play like Hamlet is a tale that is told. And when you die, that's it. That's the final curtain call. There's no encore on this earth. So what we do to make us successful, our encore, is what we pass on while we're on this earth. See, a tree can fall in the forest, but if it doesn't make a sound, did it really fall? Most of us know that old metaphysical tale. And I relate that to a person's life. If a person lives, but no one remembers or perceives his existence, did he really live? If you do everything for yourself but never help anyone else or never pass on your knowledge and information, did you really add to society, or did you really exist? The answer to both these questions, of course, are yes. But why question? when we can be certain that if we pass on our knowledge and our information, that it can live through others. So I want all of us to remember, everyone with a cap and gown on today, or graduate to remember that no one here did it by themselves. And we want to thank those in the back row. And remember, in our lives, in our line of work, in our service to society, we want to remember to pay it forward. Pass it on and pay it forward. Because sacrifice and the giving of ourselves is where we will find our greatest reward. So I'm extremely proud of everyone here in front of me that's graduating today. And I know how hard you worked. I know that you stayed up late and woke up early, writing papers, reading cases, etc. I know because I was there with you. I was in the trenches with you. We battled together. I was there thinking, why is this teacher challenging us so much? Why is he giving us so much work? But I knew through my experiences not to be mad or as frustrated as I was. I knew that over this hill, over this challenge, I would be better on the other side. I too felt like Captain Cook when he got lost, and his crew members when they were lost in the Arctic Circle. And they said to the captain, "Sir, we have no direction, we have no food, and we have no hope. What will we do?" And he told them, we're going to find a way or make a way. And in greatest disparity, this is my motto. Now, not all challenges are necessary. I can think of some assignments my teachers have assigned that really weren't necessary. But what they were trying to do was make me improve me. Make me what I could be. All that I can be. They were doing their job. See, a lot of people want to lose weight or get a certain physique, and they go and hire a trainer, but then, you talk to them a week later, how's that going? I don't like this trainer. What? You don't like him? Why? Well, why not? Well, he's making me do way too much. And well, do you not like the trainer, or do you not like the process? See, we could say, well, I don't like this teacher, but it's not the teacher I don't even know the teacher. Sometimes the semester just started, I don't even know the teacher. The workout just started, I don't even know the trainer. It's not him that I don't like, but it's the process of getting better. And once you fall in love with that process, that's when you can truly become great. And that's what we all found out. We've all fell in love with the process, and now we are on our way to greatness. I learned through life, no matter how far you fall, no matter how difficult something seems, how much despair you're in, whether you're lost in the Arctic Circle or lost in final exam prep, that you can overcome, and that on the other side of this challenge, of this mountain, is greatness, is an opportunity to be great. So I challenge you throughout your career, continue to answer the call, because on the other side is a chance to be great. I'm reminded when I was in law school, and I just was in one of the moments of despair, and it reminded me of a time in my life where I had been kicked out of my mother's house. Thankfully, I had a father who stepped up and took me in, but I had to move from Texas, Dallas, Texas, to Lansing, Michigan, other side of the country, from north to south, switch it up. And the people around me made the transition easy, but I had nothing. I had $0 in my bank account. I had I'm a 6'3", 6'2" man. I had a twin-size bed. My feet were hanging off at my knees. And then I slept on couches for 6 years after that. And then I slept on a couch for about 6 years after that. So at 24, I spent a fifth of my life sleeping on the couch, and I'm not comparing my story or saying boo-hoo, or I know I have it much better off. At least I had a couch. But it let me know, no matter how seemingly low you believe you are, there's people in a much worse situation. So be thankful for everything that you have. But your situation can always get better. You can always improve on your improvements. And so continue to strive, continue to be great. Remember, pay it forward, and to be thankful for the people who helped you get here, who did pay it forward. So we continue to do that. Denzel Washington had a speech that said, "Each one, teach one." And I know this was popular in the time and era that I was not around for, in a different concept or different context. But I agree with that. I believe that each one of us should teach another one of us, even if it's not the law, the skills that we have learned in going through undergrad, going through high school, going through law school, just in those things, and to teach someone else in our community and make our community better, then hopefully make our city better, make our county better, make our state better, make our country better, and eventually, hopefully, make the world better. So today, we'll all go off and do different things. Some have jobs, some are looking for jobs, and don't worry, you will find one. There's a job for everyone, there's a plan for everyone, there's a route for everyone, and even if it looks like there isn't, make a way or find one. So, I want to say thank you to the law school. I want to say thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you to the graduates for listening to me, not booing me off the stage. I want to say thank you to the people in the far back. The biggest thank you to the people in the far back and the people up here behind me on the stage for sacrificing your time and being there every step of the way, and then in law school being there every step of the way, and making us better. Making us better. And putting us here today. Thank you. And thank you, Louisville Brandeis Law School, for giving me my shot, my opportunity. And I wasn't supposed to be here. I was born out of wedlock. Two brilliant individuals who had an awesome accident. That's me, of course. To two brilliant individuals who, even when they have an accident, it's amazing. I'm that accident. And they weren't married. Father went to the penitentiary early in my life. Wasn't around. I lived with my mom as a young child on food stamps in my grandparents' basement. Born in Saginaw, Michigan, a city that frequents the top 10, top 5 murder capitals in the nation. But I have to thank my God for putting me in this situation, for keeping me through, for holding me throughout this whole thing. I have to thank my family and for God for my family. I have to thank this school and God for bringing me to this school in this situation, and my Godfather for letting me stay with him. And so the last story I tell, because I've lived in a house where I'm sleeping on the couch and it's filled with mice, and we killed 5 that night and we got to kill 5 the next day, and I'm seeing them and they're running across the floor, and I'm up trying to study and I can barely sleep because I think something's crawling on me, and I'm hoping that I'm not bringing them to school. And I've slept in desk chairs and on desk tables, and no matter how bad it gets, and I've been with no sleep and most sleeping. Yeah, no matter, I've had no sleep and most sleep. And no matter how bad it gets, and I'm going to tell you, it's not that bad. And you can overcome it. So I want to give that to you today, and I don't want to be insensitive when I say that. Now, there's situations that we don't overcome, that the odds are against us so heavily and not in our favor, that it was just a tough straw to draw. But yeah, I've lost my grandma and my grandfather in practically the same week. Both diagnosed with cancer, lost them both practically in the same week while graduating and trying to graduate undergrad and then graduating undergrad. My gift was my grandparents passing away. In that same year, I lost 2 uncles and a cousin who was shot and killed. An uncle who was kidnapped and one who died in a freak accident. So I gotta say, and that was just coming into law school. And so I gotta say, no matter how bad it looks, it's not that bad. We can make it better. But coming from a community of low income, with no money, very low income, impoverished, and a family that, middle to low class to no class, you realize what makes us strong is not our monetary power, not the monetary value that we have, but it's the unity of sticking together. It's the unity that we possess within our family, and that draws us, gives us strength. And people can change anything. 1 can slay 1,000, 2 can slay 10,000, says it in the Bible. And that's where I don't want to offend anyone, but that's my belief structure, and that's where my beliefs are set. And that carries me forward and carries me on. So you believe what you believe, and that excites you, and that is your decision. But if I can leave y'all with anything today, it's not that bad, no matter how bad it looks. Greatness is on the other side of this challenge, of this mountain. There is something for you out there. And hopefully you're just blessed enough, whether it's dumb luck, whether it's a choice and direction, or whatever it is, that you find it. 2, I want to let you know that no one got here by themselves. So we want to clap. I want to clap for the people in the back and the people behind me. In the front, I guess, the front of y'all, the back of me. No one got here by themselves. I want to say, no matter, again, no one got here by themselves, and they got here. Y'all got here. We got here by these people paying it forward, passing it on. That will make the world better. And again, while you're again to point number 1, when you're paying it forward, passing it on, there may be times, there may be struggles, you make mistakes. I remember when I was a child, everyone told me, you're going to make a mistake. I said, no, I'm not going to make a mistake. Sure enough, 18, I made a mistake. I made many mistakes, but I made one that I got caught in, got in trouble, etc. So on the other side of that challenge, yes, it was greatness. No matter how bad it looked, I was able to, no matter how bad it looked, it wasn't really that bad. I was able to come back from it. On the other side of that challenge was greatness. And there was people, that put me in a position to come back from it, and then by paying it forward. What I want to say today, when it looks bad, and when you do mess up and you feel like you're in a moment of despair, remember that you got to find a way, that you got to make a way, find a way, or make a way. And right there is my takeaway. Thank you. Have a great day.